Hi everyone, my name is Samuel and today I'm gonna show you the refutation of the spontaneous generation theory. I will start explaining the meaning. It is a hypothetical theory that was developed in order to justify the cause of appearance of organisms from inert matter, like the putrefaction. It was articulated by Aristotle in ancient times and proposed as arising from inanimate material if the material contained vital heat. This theory lasted until the 7th century, when other scientists and doctors such as Van Helmont, who proposed that minds could arise from rags and grains of wheat in an open container, and Francesco Redi, who refused the idea that worms are spontaneously generated from meal and approved that worms were broods of flies. Redi's experiment consisted in placing a piece of meat in 3 equal jars. The first, it was open, the second was covered with a cord, and the third one was covered with a well-tied piece of cloth. After weeks, Redi observed that the larvae had grown in the jar, the one that was open. In the second and the third jars, the inside was rotten and smelled bad, but no larvae has grown. Later, others appeared, such as John Needham, who argued that the worms emerged from the both by a vital force, and Lazzaro Spallanzani, who refused Needham's ideas through experiments such as the John Needham experiments, which consisted of boiling pieces of meat to destroy the pre-existing organisms and places them in an open container. Finally, we will talk about refuting the spontaneous generation theory. The debate continued until the 19th century. In order to settle the problem, the Academy of Science in Paris offered an award for solving the problem. Louis Pasteur was a famous scientist who studied microbial fermentation. He accepted the challenge, and after filtering air through a pistol cotton filler and doing a microscopic examination of the cotton, he found microorganisms. Later, Pasteur developed a series of experiments such as the famous experiment of the glass neck flasks, which refuted the theory of the spontaneous generation, winning the Albert Prize of Academy of Science in Paris in 1862. The ghost neck flask experiment. Pasteur's experiment consists of 2 parts. The first part, the broth in the flask was boiled to sterilize it. When this broth was cooked, it was free of contamination. In the second part, the flask was boiled and then the neck was broken. Then the ending does both by the contaminated flasks.